Welcome everyone to Brian's Action Figure Reviews. I hope you enjoyed my little Drivies video earlier. But we're going to have a bit of a chat about Hasbro Pulse Con. And I'd like to welcome Bruno, who, of course, if you've been watching my channel, know set me up with those beautiful little Android figures from Figure Arts. Once again, thanks again for that, man.
No problem, man. My pleasure.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a long day, but it's been a good, successful day. So I'm good, man.
Successful is good.
Yeah. I loved watching the driving segments. I was like, holy shit, this is nice. This is interesting. And then I was like, oh no, is this stuff gonna be stolen? Oh, clickbaited, but it wasn't. Yes.
Yes, I've hit the nerve. That's what I wanted to do.
So loved it, man. Very nice, very nice.
So enough talk about me anyway. So what we're here to do today is have a little chat about Hasbro Pulse Con. Now, I know that happened about a week ago now at this stage, but sometimes it's better to let the dust settle and not jump in balls deep and I want everything.
Yeah, jump in balls deep. Yeah. No, it's better not to. No, I agree on that. Actually, it gives us time to think about it. There was some great figures, but also at the same time, there's always that hype, that FOMO. I need it.
Yeah.
Actually, once that kind of goes, and then you're like, fuck it, I don't really need it that much.
Yeah, in the cold light of day, as they say.
Exactly. So I think that's good. I think it's a great way to go for it, man.
I think as well, it's something we should discuss with the announcement that Mezco are doing their own convention as well. Do you think like these company-centric conventions are going to be a thing of the future because of COVID and all this kind of stuff?
I don't know, man. I think very likely, yes. I think that's probably where companies will keep heading. One, because if you think, I'm not saying that they're going to stop doing these cons, right? They'll still keep doing these cons. But I reckon this will be an excuse for them to have more con exclusives, and it'll be a Mezco Con exclusive or a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. And they will be running those side by side because realistically, they want things to keep that hype up. So it just makes perfect sense.
Because I think, like, I know I'm being a bit grim with this, like with the proposed death of the con, with this current situation, they could very much use this as a reason to not go to NYCC and SDCC and all this, and just have the spotlight to themselves whatever weekend they want, instead of competing. Like,
exactly, and they could do that. I mean, realistically, the people who go to cons for multiple different reasons. Some people just want to see, they just want to experience it. Other people want to go and meet specific creators, which is great. Others just specifically want to pick up exclusive items. And, you have people who, especially for Bandai, they will wait in line for ages just to get like a raffle ticket to be allowed to buy an item.
Which is crazy in itself.
Exactly. So, that's kind of what some people do. But, if that element gets taken away, will cons still live? I'm sure they will. It'll just maybe evolve into something different, something maybe perhaps less commercial and maybe even more aimed at creators as it was initially.
So like what? How would I say this? What do you go to cons especially for? Let's make this a bit personal and go. What do you get out of a con when you go to a con?
Yeah. So this is very embarrassing. I've only ever been to one con. And
I've only been to two myself, so.
Oh, fair enough then. Okay, good. Okay, I don't feel completely on my head. So, So I've only been to one con, and that was the C2E2 in Chicago. So it was the comic book convention, and that was to meet Stan Lee, right? That was literally the only reason I went to meet Stan Lee, get a signature, and obviously whilst I was there, you walk around, but I think because it was my first time, it's quite overwhelming. There's so many things that you're like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that comic. Or, oh, crap, I know that creator. And it's like there's so many different things going on. You don't really know almost what to focus on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so I don't really know what I would go for if I went a second time. The one thing that I would say if I decide to ever go to another con is, fuck, I need to just take fuck tons of cash. That's
yes.
Like, just sell a kidney, get cash. nobody will take card. Cash is king, and just be prepared to spend it and just be like, fuck it. If you're at a con, you're at a con. But I would say maybe for some cool shit. That's it.
Yeah. Like for me, I think I agree with you. You know that character in South Park who drinks all the coffee, Tweak?
Oh,
That's all right. When I walked in the door, I'm like, where do I go first? What do I do first?
yeah.
It's just that whole excited child in you. I was like, take me everywhere.
Yeah.
But what I learned going the second time was buy your shit early and then relax.
Yeah.
And walk around it. But like, back to the original question, I go for the experience and see all the shit and buy all the stuff.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's really cool. So when I went to C2E2, we bought the 3-day pass in Chicago, and we spent literally the first day, half of it in a queue waiting to get to Stanley, right?
Which is working.
And yeah, exactly. And by the time I know it sounds crazy, you get there at like 8:00. We only saw Stan or got to the front of the line like 1:00 or something. So by that point, you're standing up, you're pretty tired. And it's like, you know what, fuck it, let's just have a quick walk around and go and do something else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if it wasn't for that, I think I would have appreciated the experience much more. Like the cosplays that you see are just unreal.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing this guy in like Batfleck.
Let's keep it PG now.
Oh yeah. This guy must have. Yeah. But I remember seeing this guy, and he had the Batman Batfleck costume on. And I was like, holy shit, that looks so good. Like, the guy was ripped in himself, but it looked like the actual movie.
Yeah.
And I said, man, that's awesome. Do you mind if I take a picture with you? And he responds like with the voice module, like, yeah, of course. And I was like, fuck, that's insane. So, and it's just really nice. It's just really cool and really chill. And I'd love to go to just have a walk around without actually wanting anything in particular and just go for the experience. And then if you see something you're like, yep, fuck it, I want that. Cool. But I think having the stress of waiting in line and wanting to buy some things that you're afraid might run out, that's the stressful part, actually.
Yeah.
And maybe getting rid of that wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay, so let's park that. Let's go on to HasCon.
Yes.
So the exclusives on the Marvel Legends side, you had the Logan Professor X 2-pack, and you had the Hellfire Club. Mm-hmm. So what did you think of those, firstly?
So I think the Hellfire Club is great. So, full disclosure, I didn't get any of them. I've been trying to cut down on my Legends just because they end up in a tub where I don't really see the majority of them. I know.
Blasphemy.
I know. But I didn't buy the Hellfire. But the Hellfire Club was really great. I love the boxes that they come in. It is the Hellfire Club. It's great. You have Madeline Pryor, you have Sebastian Shaw. It shows Emma Frost as well. Like, it's a great box set. It's a really good, decent box set. The Professor X one, I mean, the Logan movie was fantastic. No denying it, or in my opinion, anyway. And fuck whoever thinks otherwise.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about the Hugh Jackman Hasbro figures which I just find are a bit underwhelming. I bought the white vest one from Origins, and I thought, I was really excited to get it. The claws are really nice, but as like the head sculpt, I was just like, it just felt a bit cheap. And
Origins underwhelming? Never.
No. Yeah, exactly, Deadpool. But yeah.
Yeah, so, I kind of agree with you. Like, I really like that. Of the 3 that have been released, that one with Professor X is the one I'd like the most. But I don't know. I'm not prepared to spend 50 quid just to get it because I have no interest in Patrick Stewart in a wheelchair. I'm just going to lay it out there, like.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. Like, what was that? There was an Xavier for the X-Men movie, actually. Well, like.
Yeah, the one with the 2 heads, is it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
2-pack.
It's not a great one, but it's compared to some of the. Oh God, there was like the head sculpts that we saw for Professor X were just.
The James McAvoy one. Oh my God.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What were they thinking? letting that go out of the production facility.
Exactly.
What else did they have? On G.I. Joe's side, they had Cobra Supreme Commander.
Oh yeah, very nice figure. So no, I wasn't gonna do this, right? You go into a line and I'm only gonna buy the ones that I really like, and then you start getting all of them, and it's like, oh shit, I've gone down this rabbit hole, and then you get to Supreme Cobra Commander, and I was like, I mean the colors are a bit different, but actually shit, it looks really nice. It's that black, gold, and red. And it's like,
yeah, it looks class.
yeah,
Just
exactly. It looks like it's he's the Supreme Cobra Commander. He's already conquered shit. He is now the commander. Like, just move on. That's it.
He is
Good.
Starscream to me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So he absolutely they've nailed those colors. I really think the box is nice, the way it opens and everything. I think it's a great figure. Good accessories, and there's also some kind of giving a shout out, I suppose. There's some people who can do some really cool custom heads with the free flowing heads, which I think
Shane Rana, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on the feature on the Foosh as well.
Yeah, exactly him, exactly. And man, it just goes really nice. And why not? Good figure. So happy with that one.
Full disclosure, I bought both the Hellfire Club and the Supreme Cobra Commander, and I'm going to decide whether to keep them or not when they arrive.
No.
I'm definitely keeping the Hellfire Club, actually. But for me, G.I. Joe Cobra Commander was always the Supreme Commander. They called him the blue one.
Supreme
the
Commander,
Regal one, they called him.
Yeah, so you have Supreme, Regal, and just the regular Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Just Cobra Commander on the Tuesday,
yeah. I mean, it is 3 recolors of the same figure, like in less than 3 waves, technically, but...
Well, they did it with Destro, and they did it with Roadblock as well, so...
Yeah, although with Roadblock it was less of a recolor, they did give him like that massive beard
Kimbo
as
Slice
well.
face.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually kind of like that one as well. I prefer that one to the original.
So what else? They did the armor for Star Wars from The Mandalorian with extra effect pieces, whilst also announcing it for the single carded line as well.
Yeah, I thought it was alright. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't collect Black Series myself, but I actually, as far as figures go, yeah, I mean, how many Mandalorians have they churned out? Quite a few, but...
about 6 or 7 now.
Yeah, but why not? Make it deluxe, give some more stuff, all for it. I don't really think... I don't know, if I was waiting for that as an exclusive, I don't know if I'd be a bit pissed. But they did do the Endor.
The Indoor Heroes set as well. Yeah.
Yes, that one was nice. That was a really nice set.
And people have been waiting for that for a long, long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was like 130 quid, wasn't it?
That was not cheap. So it's 5 figures. But I mean, there's no bath or anything like that. It's just
it's like 3.5 or 4.5. There's an Ewok in there and a speeder bike.
Yeah. I'd have to have a look, but I don't know. I just potentially a bit on the overpriced, but not bad.
When you consider the Hellfire Club set was 70 quid on Kapow,
which is 4 figures.
Yes, that Star Wars license is costly, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. Lead them dry.
So let's go on to the reveals, and we'll start with G.I. Joe. I'm going to leave Legends to last because there's so much to go.
I know. I think Legends for the Lost is sensible.
So G.I. Joe Classified Series, straight out the bat, they revealed Zartan.
That Zartan was so good.
Yeah,
it was class, absolute class.
Go
on, mate. You because I will fucking talk down for it. Like, just go. You have to say something because I'll just keep talking.
Like they did the classic look, or as close as you can get to the classic look.
Exactly.
Away. And I was like, I was watching. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers! This is going to be so. It's going to be so expensive.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
If that's what you're kicking off with. And then they showed the Cobra infantry soldier.
Yes.
Which is good because the Cobra Island target one has been so such a bitch to
hard
get.
to get. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And just to touch a bit on the Zartan, I love the fact, literally what you said. They use the classic look, but at the same time, they still gave it a lot of modern elements,
Yeah.
which you absolutely need for this line the way it's going. So kudos to that. The the Cobra Trooper. I mean, it's great that they've done it because obviously, the Cobra Island one being a Target exclusive was just so hard to find, and now it just goes for ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
But actually, I think it's great. The only downside, obviously, there's less accessories, and I suppose that's typical Hasbro, right? They sell a $20 figure with 8 accessories, and now they suddenly go to the same $20 figure with a recolor with less accessories for the same price. It's like, you cheeky bastards. But it's not a Target exclusive, which means it's easier to get an army build.
But they were saying like
So,
in this one's supposed to be like commanding officer for the last one or something like that.
yeah.
Little red sash on the shoulder.
Yeah, cheeky bastards. They said that. They said that on their stream. I was like, oh, you fuckers. You know what you're doing. Is basically what they say.
So then they went back for more Target exclusives, which kind of pissed me off. They showed Firefly. Now, when they said the name, I was really happy, and then they showed the figure, and it's like this big, massive bomb disposal dude, and I'm like,
I know. I know.
I'm still gonna buy it, but anyway.
Yeah. So here's the good thing for Firefly. I think one, he's not an army builder, which is great. That's the positive. So you're not gonna have people. Well, I say that people still struggle to get him.
He's a mainline character, so it's going to be hard to get him anyway.
Exactly. But I'm with you. I think they went too bulky. I don't know. I really like the details with the face because he has singed skin and things like that, or singed or whatever you say it. So I really like that side of it. But then why so bulky? Like, he's supposed to be a saboteur. He's supposed to be stealthy and sneaky, and he plants the explosives. The drone was really cool, and the little robot.
Yeah, I like the drone. Yeah, that's cool.
But
I think,
why so bulky?
Yeah, maybe it's just to fit in with this whole Cobra Island gimmick from the game as well. So
yeah,
maybe they'll do a classic one in the main line as well.
Maybe that's a good point. And I suppose, like you said, to because they are making the game, I wouldn't be surprised if certain characters have specific roles assigned to them. So you'd have support, you'd have tanks, and you'd have assault.
Firefly's the tank.
Yeah, exactly, which is just bizarre in itself. But yeah, I reckon he'll probably be a tank character, just on the design.
And then you had the Cobra Viper Trooper as well, with the shiny head.
Yeah,
I'm not as gone on him as the other ones.
You're not.
I kind of rather the regular looking troopers because you can fit them into any kind of pictures.
Yeah, man, but I just love the Viper looks. They nailed it. Like, honestly, the amount of accessories that it had, the visuals are still classic enough to the original toys, but with that new classified look, which is really nice. But then they just fuck it up by making it a Target exclusive, and like the thing sold out within minutes. And God knows when they'll get any more stock. I reckon we will eventually get stock over here.
I think In Demand were saying they were going to try and get in some.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Exactly, but even that will be quite hard, right? Because that is an army builder figure. Like, how are you gonna, I reckon In Demand are going to do one per customer potentially. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Just do what I did last time. Sign up different names, different posters, addresses.
Send. Got it. Done. Tell my sister you getting one. Tell my mom you getting one.
Exactly.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I don't have a sister, but she's getting one anyway.
Problem solved.
So do you collect the smaller ones? Do you want to talk about those?
So I do and I don't. I have the original smaller ones, and then
myself.
When the new line released, I bought. So I'm looking up because I actually have them there. So I have Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, opened, and then I actually really liked them so much. I bought like the new set. So Baroness, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow.
That
all carded.
That new Scarlet looks really good.
They all look really good. the only reason I'm not going down that rabbit hole is it is a rabbit hole. It'll just keep
Yeah, it's
going deeper
huge.
and deeper. And knowing like the figures are actually really good for what they are. I think. I mean, compared to the size, but at the same time, they would look really good on cards still. So, would I open it? Would I not? Because I bought 3 just to keep on card.
MOC
So,
wanker alert.
yeah, yeah, right here, right here. I'm gonna keep some on card. So yeah. But no, good figures. So was Roadblock, Scarlet, and Destro. Destro looks. I think Destro by far is the one that I'm most impressed by. It just looks like the originals.
I think Destro's been the best one in the classified collection as well.
Yeah, true.
Well, so far.
True.
Hopefully. So let's go into Star Wars then.
Oof.
What do you think of those holiday troopers?
Okay, I love them. I know.
Damn it.
I bought one. I bought one straight away. I love the gimmick. So once again, I just told you I don't collect Black Series. So
Yeah.
if I collected Black Series and they came out with that shit, I'd be like, you guys fucking kidding me? I'm a purist. Give me the good stuff. But man, I don't know, because I don't collect it. I can see the funny side of them, and I love the fact that they have little details on that. You know, it's like an ugly Christmas sweater, an ugly Christmas jumper. And I was like, yes. So I'm actually still after one of them as well, but I'm only buying 2, so that's
how it starts.
Yeah, I know. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Now I need some summer troopers.
Yeah. Okay. I see the point.
Star troopers in bikinis. There we go.
Oh my God, yes, fab. But no, I did enjoy them. I did like them. I definitely bought one. I bought one, but I can see why some people were not impressed.
Like I can see the appeal myself as well, but on a personal standpoint, I just find them very cringy.
Oh, massively.
Totally
that's why I like
cringy.
them.
I suppose that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So they also announced the HasLab Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest. What do you think of that?
I think it's a great figure. I think not great figure, great ship. The price point 350, so the same as the HasLab Sentinel. There's a lot of detailed, and actually when they were revealing it, one of the things that I found this super interesting. The team at Hasbro actually asked the Mandalorian team for the designs, or they sent over the designs. So it's actually based entirely on the show. It's not, the Hasbro team just going.
Yeah. Taking liberties.
Yeah. So they actually sent the design files for it, and they had a look, and they incorporated it. And the weapons locker as well. Each one of the weapons that you see are removed.
Didn't come out and all, yeah.
So I was like,
detail is insane.
Exactly. So I don't collect the 3 3/4 inch like Star Wars line or the Black Series in general, but I was tempted, man. I was genuinely tempted. So I was like, oh,
this is the way. Boom.
Yeah. Yes, Mandalorian, nice.
Yeah, they also showed off Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt? The Jar Jar Binks, that's what I meant. They're both useless aliens, so yeah.
He's the hidden Jar Jar the Hutt. Yes, exactly. Fucking Jar Jar. I think it's good. I'm
being honest, if that was released at regular price point and not a deluxe, I would have bought him straight away.
So that was a deluxe figure?
Yeah, because he comes with the shield and all other bits and pieces.
Yeah, but come on, realistically, so this is the thing that I find annoying by Hasbro. I get there are certain figures that get the deluxe price points. Do you remember the Black Widow that came out?
Yeah, with all the bits and pieces and
like had fuck tons of explosions.
Stuff like this.
Exactly. Explosion effects, stands, things that you can actually use outside of that figure.
Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of get the additional price points, right? If you think about those fire effects that you can get, even the knockoff ones that you can get from Bandai, they're like $10 a pop. So I kind of get them charging, an extra $10 for those.
Don't give them permission.
Oh, you cheeky bosses! But I don't know. For Jar Jar, all he has is his shield, right? He doesn't really have anything else that's special. No. And look, I think if you're a completionist and you want to have every character, and I think Black Series is obviously aimed towards that. Yeah, I think it's a good figure. but
Like,
cheeky price points.
like I would have loved to have got him and stuck his head on the Emperor's body and just had him sit in the chair, because you know that rumor that was going around for years.
He was the Sith Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been just amazing.
There you go, with the little hoodie.
Yeah,
You have to put him in a hoodie.
ears popping out the top.
Misa gonna kill you.
He said, "Bad voodoo Jedi."
Exactly.
They also revealed Rey as a Dark Jedi, which is fucking awesome, in my
The
opinion.
dreams.
I bought it straight away.
Yeah, you said I'm gonna buy it straight away. Boom,
I'm a sucker
done.
for Sith.
Good.
But yeah.
It's a good figure. Once again, I don't know, man. Do I feel a bit like an imposter talking about these figures when I don't buy them? Yeah, fuck it, but I'm gonna say it. It looks nice. It's a good figure. I think people would be after it. Especially people doing ACBA. Like, how frustrating would that be if you want to, do those shots and you just don't have that figure? No, you got it sorted. So yeah, nailed it. And I love the lightsabers that go.
In my opinion, like that would have been a more interesting way for her character to go. So
yeah,
that's why I wanted it, especially. And the lightsaber thing where it flicks up is actually really cool as well.
Yeah.
So it's something new as well.
It's really well done, and the design looks great. And I think Hasbro have gotten really good at doing their faces as well, because they're using the photo scans, right?
Photo real, they call it.
Yeah. So kudos. The one thing I do want to mention, and I'm not sure if anybody's found this annoying, but obviously Marvel Legends have started doing the pinless technology.
Yeah.
But I found that in other lines they're not doing that. They're not going down that route yet. And it's like, why isn't this being rolled out? You'd expect seamless figures to be the new thing at Hasbro.
I suppose they just want to give each team their own creative liberty or whatever.
That's a fair point.
I suppose if a company comes out and tell you, you have to do this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Throttling creativity a bit, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like.
No, that's a fair point. That's a good point, actually.
So you started on about pinless technology, so that's a nice segue into Marvel Legends.
Oh, down the rabbit hole to go.
Yeah, so Gamerverse Wave 2 was the first thing they showed. And Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure, Jocasta, first in the line, Falcon, Thunderstrike, Kang, and two terrible Avengers, Cap and Iron Man. What do you think? Any standouts?
So Falcon, original comic colors, yes, awesome.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to have him have, what was the eagle's name? Was it Freedom?
Oh, Red Wing.
Red Wing. What did I say? It was Freedom. Oh, fuck it. Red
Freedom
Wing.
isn't free.
Exactly. But it would have been nice to have Red Wing with it. But I think as far as figures go, great. Jocasta or Yocasta, however you want to say it, also really, really
Female
well done.
Vision.
Female Vision, exactly. Well done. You can see Hank Pym drooling all over her, so that's kudos there. Yeah, way to bring down your show. I'm so sorry, man.
It's okay. Can't go any further.
Can't go any further. Come on, we'll climb to the top. Then so we had Jocasta, Red Falcon.
The Eric Masterson Thor, which was Thunderstrike.
Oh yes. It's okay. It's great that we get that version, but I thought it just looked like they upscaled the 3.75. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely did. You could see. I think you could see a lot of that in some of the Marvel Legends. In the 4-inch ones, they did. It just definitely just rebigulated him. Nice Simpsons reference.
Rebigulated him. Yep. But no, it's just disappointing because they could have done him really, really well. Like they could have added a lot of details and a lot of the legends, the newer legends, having more details, better shading, different molds. I just think he's a bit lackluster, to be honest.
Yeah, he just looks sort of plain, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he looks like an extremely cheap figure. He looks like he's a $10 figure.
There are some like that, in fairness. The Captain Marvel one that I reviewed there a few weeks ago could have been awesome, but it just looks so...
No, exactly. Just falls flat on its ass. The Cap and the Iron Man. Actually, the Iron Man colors aren't that bad. It just reminds me of Rescue, but what the fuck are they doing? they just keep flogging those, and I was like, just stop. It's dead. Just let it die.
Like, even the Captain America doesn't look bad, the color, but the face sculpt is shocking.
Yeah. I just don't like the design of it. I remember I saw somebody actually make the Captain America design into a riot police, and it actually looked better. I was like, I can't see the appeal of it personally. I don't think the designs for the Avengers games is particularly good for Cap. But anyway, that's me. Joe Fixit, on the other hand.
Yeah, he looks really nice.
Yeah.
I saw someone Facebook earlier had put the Apocalypse head on him. Oh, looks so good.
Yeah, that is going to be so. So I've thought about putting Kingpin, but the problem with Kingpin is Joe Fixit is still too thin in the guts.
He's bigger than Kingpin height-wise, I think.
Yeah,
but he's obviously slimmer. Yeah,
but good figure. I'm looking forward to that one actually. So
did you buy anything from the wave yet?
So I bought Falcon, Kang. So Kang isn't bad.
I was watching a review because somehow these are out already in the States. And yeah, crazy, right? And I saw a review of Kang, and I was pretty much on the fence with him because, you know, the old Marvel one wasn't too bad. Oh my God, this new Kang fucking shits all over it. Like, it's absolutely amazing looking, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So I had him pre-ordered already, but I was like,
nice. Very nice. So I didn't get your Casta. I thought about it, but I was like, once again, it's just going to go into a box if I don't display them. So I was like, nah. But yeah, definitely got those. And Joe Fixit.
I got Jocasta myself, Falcon, and of course Kang. Then, now time for the proper rabbit hole stuff. They revealed a villains wave, which is so fucking intriguing because I love my villains. And then they shocked me because they revealed Arcade. I was like, I never expected to see a figure of Arcade.
Arcade, no. So I think the Arcade figure is going to be good. I was surprised that they would do that, but I don't know, man. There's so many villains that they could do that have just been, you know, they could do some obscure villains, but they could also go. I mean, Arcade in itself is quite an interesting one because look at the color scheme, and they actually show the color palette for that as well, and it was quite varied. You just think, oh, it's just white and
it's
green dots.
That new way they showed of showing off figures is really cool.
I think that shows a lot of effort and how much time goes into these things, which I think should make fans appreciate the level of effort much more. But yeah, I wasn't expecting an Arcade. Who do you think is going to be in the rest of the wave?
Ooh, I don't even want to guess. Like,
I interview the interviewer.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, like, because you got Arcade, right? Then they showed off Dormammu.
Yeah,
like totally different franchises.
Nothing to do. So they could go Mole Man for all we know.
Yeah,
right? They could go. Fuck. What are the name of the Inhumans villain?
Karnak. No, that's the good guy.
No, Karnak and
Maximus.
Yes, they could go so many different ways with these. So I'm intrigued by what they're gonna do, and so Dormammu is Dormammu's the Bath, isn't it?
He was, but it's a smaller version of him as well.
Yeah, but
no, wait, hold on. Is he the Bath for this wave?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong? I don't know. I might be wrong. So yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with it, because okay, so if you just went
literally could be anybody, like.
Yeah, but Spidey villains, you've had the Green Goblins right behind you, you know, Electro, Mysterio, Scorpions. They've done all the big ones. Even the X-Men villains, like they've done a good chunk of them. Mrs. Sinister, Apocalypse.
I think they were saying there was rumors that they were going to do what's her name, Miss Marvel, Moonstone, or Songbird. She was done already, wasn't she? Songbird.
She wasn't she one of the Marvel choices? She was in.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What wave was she in? I know which wave she was in.
Yeah, because it was in one of the first Avengers Infinity War waves, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. She had that big, awesome, like wing thing that
Yeah.
some people like customized to be the Phoenix. And I was like, shit, that's good actually.
Yeah. Like, who else is there? Like, off the top of my head, I'm actually reaching for nothing. Like,
I don't know. I'd really like to see a tarantula. Is it tarantula or black tarantula?
Black Tarantula, yeah.
Yeah, like I'd love to see one done properly. But then again, what kind of villains are they going for? I mean, they've done Onslaught,
Like,
Onslaught or
the one
whatever.
thing I would say about Arcade and Dormammu is they're very 80s, both
That's
of
a good
them.
point. Yeah.
So you're looking
So
at
you reckon they'll go?
classic villains.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. I wonder who they would go for though. It still baffles me, right? Because
Frantically Googles.
80s Marvel villains. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean they could do so many. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'd still love for a really, really, really good Red Skull, because I don't believe they've done justice to him so far.
So the last Red Skull we had, besides the MCU one, had ball joints. Which what the fuck?
It was the Nick
Yeah.
Fury body, wasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, they could do a proper Red Skull. That would be good.
Or Mephisto.
Yeah. Man, there's so many. Like I honestly don't know what they are going for. They can make black hearts. I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna do this. But I am intrigued to see what they do with the rest of the wave, and I really look forward to seeing some of the reveals for it.
So then they went on to Spider-Verse. Now, fan or not of Spider-Verse,
I fucking love the movie. I think it was the best Marvel movie put out.
I wouldn't go that far. I liked it.
No. In the year that it came out, there was Ant-Man and I'm gonna say maybe it was Avengers. Fuck, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna say that it was the best Marvel movie put out that year.
Okay.
You're not a fan of Spider-Verse, I'm assuming.
I liked it, but I did think it was majorly overhyped. And
So
there goes all my subscriptions gone.
dead, and he deserves it. Kill the channel. But like realistically, so I liked it for a number of reasons. One, you actually get a proper introduction to Miles. And one of the things that I like about it, besides having a proper introduction to Miles, I think obviously in this day and age, whenever you hear people being cast in certain roles, there's obviously the right wing starts screaming, "Oh, you just what do you call it?
Yeah.
You virtue signaling, blah blah." And it's like, well, no, the character is actually a black guy, and that's just him. And I really love the fact that actually this is a good character. This is a good black character. Let's show him, make bring that heritage out. And I absolutely loved it, and I think it's well done. The animation style, there's a documentary on how they've made it. Sorry, this is turned into me talking about Spider-Verse. But there's an animation talking about how as he is going throughout the movie, his frames he's done on 12 frames, so he's done on 2. So every 1 second he's on 2 frames or something like that, or whatever. He's on 12 frames per second instead of 24. That's it. But if you look at Peter B. Parker is on 24 frames per second, and as Miles starts getting better with his powers, his frames speed up.
Yeah.
And there's actually drawn elements into the animation that they've done frame by frame, and they've brought in a lot of stylistic elements, comic related. So I absolutely love the movie, and even the soundtrack. It's one of the soundtracks that if I just need to crack on and get shit done, that's what I listen to.
Go swing around the city and all that stuff, like.
Exactly. And yeah, now the segment's over, so Nick, continue your questioning, please.
So what do you think of the figures that were shown from the Spider-Verse wave? So we had Peter, we had Miles,
Miles and Gwen.
Spider-Gwen with Spider-Ham, and the Hen Ninja and the Bath.
Okay, so
how tall is your stilt man going to be? 40 foot, 50 foot.
Exactly. At least, yeah. I think it's great. I think
It's a fucking amazing idea.
Yeah, they've nailed it, right? They've absolutely nailed it. It's like, how can we make people, buy as many figures as possible and still reuse the bath parts without having, I have to sell this or whatever.
let's make Stiltman. Done. Excellent. So I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna buy a bunch of the hands. The hand? Yeah.
Yeah,
The hand ninjas. For some reason, I was thinking of the foot in my head. I was like, no, that's turtles.
Ninja Clans and their arm names, their limb names, like
exactly. Well,
the foot, the hand. What the fuck?
Well, the foot was named after the hand as a joke, but yeah. Anyway.
Comic knowledge. Yeah.
Boom, drop. And yeah, I think it's great. I'm gonna buy a bunch of ninjas. I think everybody is. Like,
I think I'm gonna buy 6. That'll be my number.
Yeah, I think that's a good number. I'm going for 3 just because I still have some articulated icons one. Plus, I have other GI Joe ones coming. So it's like, I
2 of those as well.
I don't want to. I have 6. I have 6 of those coming. Oh, fuck. Like it's gonna be ninja in my collection. It's like fuck. Okay. So I think that is great. The figure is I think if you compare the hand ninja to the original Legend, so I think it might have been the Toybers or maybe even one of the earlier.
It came in a
Legends
2-pack, wasn't it?
I don't think the design. Yeah, with Elektra.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I don't think the design is as good as that one, personally.
It looks quite small, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, and just looks a bit baggy, less ninja-like almost. But I think we're still gonna buy it, man.
They had no small claws left.
We're still gonna give, we're still gonna give our money to that. And then just on the Gwen and the Miles, yeah, I think they good figures. I mean, not being a snob, you pay what you get for these figures, right? They do look a bit on the cheapish side, but I think that's also because we have figures coming from Mafex.
I think it's the style of them as well, though. You know, the animated style. There isn't much more you can do with a Legends figure.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless, as you were about to say, you put money into something like Mafex or God forbid Mezco.
Yeah, God, fuck that. No more. But no, the Mafex ones just look so good, and then I think because we've been exposed to those figures for so long, and we've seen the promo shots for those, and then suddenly you go from that, which looks like it's been ripped out of the comic, or sorry, not the comic, the movie, and then you get the Legends ones. You're like, I'm not that impressed personally, but still cool for some people to get them, I suppose.
So then they showed another. It's the next year is the anniversary of Infinity Gauntlet, and they showed a brand new Thanos. I really like this. It looks so much better proportioned than all the other ones they've done, more than anything else.
Yeah, and because you had the Walmart exclusive and you had the Bath as well. So the Walmart exclusive was just repaint of the Bath, which
they're both the same body and they look the same more or less.
Yeah, exactly. And
bar the deco, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I do like those figures, but the new one just has that classic like Perez look. It just looks good. Looks really good.
And it's on a new body as well, which it needed.
Yeah, I'd love. So you have a figure right behind you over your left shoulder, a Mega Red, which I think is one of the best, bulkiest figures made, just because he has butterfly joints.
Yeah,
and it's like, come on, give us. If they give us a figure which is bulky but we can pose, yes, yes.
And they did that with the Wrecking Crew. They're fucking great figures as well.
Exactly.
And they're out years.
Yeah, fuck. They've been out. Why haven't they given us more bulky bodies with butterfly joints?
I think it was on the hype. Well, I don't think they had butterfly joints, but if they had, that would complete them. I think they were on the Hyperion body.
Oh,
if I'm correct.
You might be right.
Sentry body, same thing.
Yeah, definitely the same thing. Right behind you as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else have we got? We had Walgreens and their love of Silver Surfers. There's a new one coming out.
The Fallen.
The Fallen, yeah, that's the one. I couldn't think of it. I was like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's a virgin. He'll know. What? No, good figure. I think it looks great. It's a darker grey. It's,
it reminds me of a surfer who's lost his powers.
Yeah,
a little bit.
But I'd really love them to do a Planet Hulk's wave,
Oh, yeah.
like a proper wave, like Silver Surfer,
Savage
Beta
Surfer.
Ray, yeah, Savage Surfer, like a proper Korg, a comic book Korg, a Meek, you know, everything to go with it. And what was Hulk's wife called? I can never remember. Is it Kiara or
Oh,
something?
Kiara, yeah. And the son was Scar, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
See, there'll be
it would
probably
be
an
so-
anniversary coming up for that, and that's what led me
yes.
selling us down the line.
Honestly, if they do that, that's going to be like whole wave bite done, and I will be displaying those fuckers.
Yeah.
Like, just love that comic arc, man. It's just so good.
It's like, before I go further, it's like Hasbro now have copped onto this. Oh, we've got great arcs from years ago, so
Yeah.
let's start using the anniversaries to sell them our shit.
We
It's
have material
genius,
we
really.
can use. Yes, please. Yes,
What's-
Hasbro, use it. Use
What, a
it.
comic? What? Oh.
We will buy it. So yeah.
It's like when Kevin Feige started to pick up a comic about 12 years ago.
Oh, it all started down that road. He's done well, man. He's done well for us. Come on, Kevin. Can Feige? Okay.
So,
Anyway.
what else we had? Last few now on the home stretch. We had the House of X, Magneto, Professor X, and Myra McTaggart. So what do you think of those?
So House of X, Professor X, it looked alright. I just think once again it's going to be a really cheap figure to produce.
Yeah,
like,
it looks so boring. Like, it's just got it's just a
The
cerebral
massive-
head, basically.
yeah, he's just a bell end, literally like giant. But somebody pointed out, and I saw this. So full disclosure, I haven't actually read House of X.
I haven't either.
But somebody pointed out, and they compared the Xavier to the one that Legends released, and like in the comic books, he has like fingerless gloves or something like that, or no, it doesn't go all the way through. Like some figures are shown, others some are exposed, others aren't, and I was like, okay, that's great and all, but why didn't Legends do that? That just seems to be let's pump this out, make it quick, and
Yeah, cheap to make.
yeah, exactly, and it just feels a bit underwhelming, especially when they, like I said, you know, to the point earlier, where they showed us Arcade and the color palette and how much has gone into it, and you're like, okay, there's been a lot of thoughts, there's been a lot of, you know, process going through this, and then they showed that, I was like,
But I've seen this with, like, when I'm reviewing waves and stuff. You'd have 3, maybe 4 unbelievable figures with fantastic accessories, and then you'd have 2 or 3 that are just
the cheap ones.
throw that in the box there and fill up that wave.
Yeah.
Just, it's a cost thing, basically.
It is.
All the cost goes on 2 or 3 figures, and then they've nothing left to put on the rest. Business.
Yeah, and because obviously this, but it's true. It's absolutely true. And because they sell the waves in boxes, they don't care. Like they split the cost out like that.
Because like that, for that Professor X, you've got Magneto, who's done in that brilliant white, and all that deco probably takes away from him. I don't know. I'm not backing them up like shitty fucking practice, like, but
No,
makes sense.
I agree exactly. I completely understand with what you're saying, and I agree. I get it. That's just, I don't know. I just felt it a bit underwhelmed, and I don't know what else they could really do with the line. Once again, I haven't read House of X, so I don't know if there's any particular character there that I'd love to see represented in Legends form.
They could probably do that Cyclops again.
Even the Magneto. I mean,
Oh.
let me let me time to do a quick Google. Hold on. Cyclops, House of X. Actually, yeah, I'd totally buy that.
They do the
I'd totally buy that
Phoenix
Cyclops.
5 again. That wave only had like limited release. Was it the last Jubilee wave? No, it wasn't Jubilee. It was.
No, it was the one before. No,
Okay.
wait, it was.
There was 2 waves, and they were
Jubilee
really.
wave. But the Phoenix Cyclops, if you look for the Marvel Legends one, there is actually one that looks, you know, amazing. But I think it never got into production or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it only got out in limited amounts.
Yeah,
Because I have seen them. on the groups once or twice.
Yeah, but
At
they're expensive as fuck.
scattergun prices.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'd really like to see that. I'd love to see a Phoenix 5 wave. That'd be awesome.
And Moira McTaggart one, they said that you'll be able to do 2 different looks for her. So I wonder what that, like some people have said maybe she'll come with a lab cut, a soft goods lab cut just to
That'd be
throw
quite
over.
cool.
That'd be cool. Like a lot of people will buy that for the lab cut alone.
Yeah, I mean the look. To be honest, you could recreate some serious like Spider-Man in the 70s kind of thing.
Reed Richards, I thought of straight away.
Yeah, like you could do so many like things with that. I don't know how they're gonna do Moira in itself, but yeah, I'm looking at pictures of the wave and I was like, I don't know, man. Like Marvel Girl would be really nice if they did that properly as well.
Yeah,
Because then, for people who are really after, their first X-Men, that could be a really nice way to get them.
So then the last 3 figures they revealed a retro wave X-Men wave, and they started it with Gambit with non-spiky hair and painted cards. I had that Toy-Biz figure they showed in the live stream. I had it years ago as a kid, and then they finally re-released Rogue. Now, what is the story with that face?
I don't know what the fuck. Her face. It's just like, why are you so angry? What? It's like, do you want to speak to a manager? I mean, go ahead. Like, what's wrong?
It's just perfect Anna Paquin. I just killed my boyfriend, Rogue. Like,
oh god, that is just painful. So, I think it's great. Actually, so let's talk about Rogue. I think Rogue is probably the more exciting one, right? Finally, fuck yes, get a Rogue out there. I have the original Juggernaut Wave one, and I think it's a great figure. Even the face, the body, the paints, I think it's great. No issues with it whatsoever. I would have been very happy for them to literally just re-release.
Yeah,
that.
Here, take this.
Exactly.
More of her.
Exactly, and there are some people who are charging ridiculous prices for it, and fair play. Sure, if she's that sort of, then people are paying for it. I suppose.
If there's a market there, people will buy it.
Exactly, but they could have just re-released the same one, and it would have been good. It would have still been a good Rogue.
But you see, like, if you do that, you're going to have people bitching and whining. I wanted a new one. Do you know?
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, that is also true. But I don't know. I think the Polaris head would look better on her. Because like that head sculpt was great. It's just, I don't know. She seems so angry. It's like, why?
Yeah, like even that 2-pack Rogue that came out with Pyro, she has a similar face sculpt to the single one.
Yeah.
I was like, why not repeat it again? Like,
no. It's like, what are you doing? Why is she so angry? She's like, she's supposed to be the X-Men retro wave. Like, this is the X-Men based off the cartoons we all watched in the 90s.
Those Jim Lee X-Men, yeah.
Oh, what's wrong, Sugar? It's like, she's not calling anyone Sugar. She's like complaining that there's sugar in her coffee.
She's complaining she can't find the sugar in the aisle.
Exactly. And it's like, no, I just wish they would have made that. I don't know.
I've seen some funny memes of her already, like people saying, "Oh, going up to Professor Xavier, can I speak to the manager?"
Oh God! Well, I'm not surprised. Exactly. People would definitely do that, but I don't know. What they could have done if they were that fussed about it, they could have given us 2 heads. One would have been the Juggernaut wave. And the other one
they often do that shit.
A new head. I know. I know. And what's crazy, if you bought the Mystique and you have the Mystique head, which was half Mystique, half Rogue.
I had it.
And yeah, like literally just repaint that and you'll get a better Rogue head. It's like done. But I think it is great. So to the point, I think the retro wave is cool. I love the bubble. I love the cards. I think that's really nice. Some figures I just leave in the card when I never do that. I love opening my figures and playing around with them.
Same.
But there are some which I think just fit the part and look great in like their packaging. That Rogue and that Gambit fit that part, but that face just does not. So
Like, I'll probably still buy her because I don't have her anymore, but I don't need that Gambit really because I have the last one.
The Gambit, I've gone down this just dangerous path. Like, you know, you have the Legends. I bought the Revoltech one. I have the Mezco one. It's like just no ab articulation. Just it's basically a McFarlane figure, no articulation. Sorry, Todd. Yeah, he kickstarted dick, and you might want to edit that.
Oh,
piece out.
we have devolved
Massively. And yeah, like the Mafex one is, or Mafex, however people say it, I don't give a shit. But Mafex one
I
is
say
coming out.
Mafex too, so it's fine.
Yeah, and I think that one is going to be a great figure. So I don't know. I can't see the market for Gambit, to be honest. I think it's just going to be, hey, here's Gambit on a retro wave. Cool, sweet, done, bye.
And the last reveal they did, it was kind of a running joke with one of the guys from the team, Dan Yuna's Shrine, I think is his Twitter handle. And there's always people annoying him to
Quicksilver.
Put Firestar in the line, goddammit. And they showed her last, and I was really impressed.
Firestar.
What do you think of him?
I think it's great. I'm gonna have to buy an Iceman now.
I was thinking, right? They didn't say what wave she was in, so would they not do a 3-pack with Iceman, Spider-Man, and her like they did in the Marvel Universe line?
Oh shit!
Because that would
be so good though. That would be like Spider-Man and Friends wave.
Yeah.
Or just the 3-pack.
Like even if they just painted the clear, the translucent. I can't speak. Iceman, that's the one. Translucent Iceman. There we go. That wasn't hard to say.
It happened. He got it, boys. He got it out. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd be up for that. I'd totally buy that. Like who like you grew up watching that as well, I'm assuming. Like Spider-Man and Friends, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome. So excellent. Yeah, yeah, fuck it. I can't wait for it. I think it'll be good, but I wonder when. That's the thing. I wonder when.
I'd say 2021. It's too late for this year. Like, I think it won't be long as well.
Yeah, of course.
I think it won't be long before they start pumping us with Spider-Man animated series figures as well, because that'll be the next well they'll go down.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, think about it. They've given
it
us.
Started with the retro figures, like
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're right. That's definitely what they'll be doing. And good. Give us some plastic. Give us some good plastic.
To my veins.
We'll buy it. Yes. Give it, Hasbro. We're giving you permission. We're giving you permission to take our money. Just make good stuff and we'll buy it. You know. Take
it all. I don't need to eat. It's fine.
Overrated. I could lose weight. Go on.
So that's pretty much everything. So what was your highlight of the show? That's something that you have to have now.
I have to have now. Probably Rogue. No, I'm fucking kidding. That was harsh. Something that I would have to have now, man. I wish you'd sent me that question before, because I don't know. I really don't know what I would have to have. I would say the Viper from G.I. Joe. I'd love to have those. I can easily wait for the Trooper and actually no, Zartan. Fuck it, give me Zartan now, motherfuckers. I can wait for the Viper if I can get it. But yeah, give me Zartan. Give me Zartan. That would be the one I'd want now.
For me, the one I really want, but I can wait for, is the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. But the one I want now, this minute, is Zartan as well.
Nailed it. It's honestly, it's a good looking figure. I think it's going to be solid. I think he's going to be like Destro, like just really good.
good call out to the originals, and then yeah, a good figure in general. There is something I did want to mention though, because they were talking about all of the MCU fit. There was like a top 10 list that they did of all
Oh
of the figures,
yes,
and then the last one was just a bunch of Quicksilvers.
yeah,
Did
because
you
your
see
man.
that?
That's another thing with your man. They've been asking him to make Quicksilver for so long.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm wondering if they're going to give us two versions of Quicksilver. One, Quicksilver, and two, Quicksilver with holes.
definitely not. I thought you were actually going to say, would they give us the Fox Quicksilver and the
Nah.
MCU Quicksilver?
Yeah, I'm troll. I would actually love to see a Quicksilver in the black and white suit that he had, or the
In the
dark
MCU, the
gray.
MCU one.
No, in from the comics. So when he was.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the one which was like half one color, half another.
Mm.
Because the one that they gave us was the classic look, which is just white stripe, blue and blue. Whereas I would have loved to have seen it's literally just a two-toned one. It was when he was basically married to Crystal from the Inhumans as well. I really liked that suit. It was just like, yeah, that's cool.
I have to say before we go as well, I think the reaction on social media to certain figures has been hilarious. It really shows the fan base now. It's like when they showed Arcade. I was watching the
Yeah.
live stream and people were like, "Who is this guy? Where's my MCU stuff?" I was like,
God,
"Oh,
yeah.
go back to bed. You're too old. You're too young. Whatever."
You don't know this. It's okay. He's like a fucked up Joker, but
Let
just
the
go
man
away.
babies have our arcade for fuck's sake.
I will definitely give you that. So I actually had the live chat on it as the con was going off, and at one point I was just like, "What the hell are you guys just talking about? Just turn it off. I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather than do a reaction video with my main man Brian."
Why, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, guys, I know it's been a long time, but I hope you enjoyed our little chat. And yeah, stay tuned and subscribe to Brian's Action Figure Reviews. And
Subscribe, motherfuckers!
thanks once again, Bruno, for coming on, having a chat. And also catch us over the Daily Dork. There will be more videos coming in pretty soon, I'm told. Rumors, But,
Eventually.
but yeah. So thanks, guys, for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye.